ABC. Someone last period wanted to use SML for small, medium, large. That's fine. It doesn't matter, because if you use ABC, you got to tell me which one's which. So which one is A? Do you want A to be the smallest or the largest? Smallest it is. It doesn't matter. I would go in order after that, although you wouldn't have to. Right? You could pick 3 random letters and then randomly assign the side links to them, or the angle measures to them. Okay, now we're ready to work on equations. The measure of the largest angle, that's C, is, I'm translating English to math here, C equals 20 more than twice the smallest angle. So twice the smallest angle plus 20. 20 more than twice the smallest angle. Yeah, I feel like I have to read those like 3 times to make sure I got everything correct. 5 times the measure of the smallest angle, so 5 times A, equals the sum, so we're adding the other 2, so B plus C. Uh-oh. Algebraically, we have a problem here because we have 3 variables with 2 equations, so that's not enough information to know what's happening. But from your days in geometry, what else do we know that's not explicitly spelled out here? Right, the 3 angles add to 180. So this had a little bit of sort of hidden information. They didn't spell it out for you. They hoped you remembered that A plus B plus C equals 180. Right, and then remember, we want to get that looking like a matrix. So some people will go straight from here to the matrix. I think I would move things around first. Let's see, and I want to put them in order. So I'm going to go negative 2A plus C equals 20. And I even put a space in there. Why did I leave a blank in there? Yeah, that's B. There aren't any B's, so I just left it blank. You don't have to do that, but I'm thinking ahead to writing the matrix, so I may as well leave a blank there. B and C, I need to move them over, or I can move the 5A over. It doesn't matter. You got to be careful because your friend might work it differently. I'm going to move the B and C over, so 5A, minus B minus C equals 0. And the other one's already set up, so A plus B plus C equals 180. And then now I'm ready for the matrix stuff. Right? If you set up the equation like that, the matrix is super easy because all you're doing is grabbing the coefficients. Negative 2, 0, 1, 5, negative 1, negative 1, and 1, 1, 1. Times ABC equals 20, 0, 180. Now, we're not going to do it on the calculator, but I want to show you how easy it is on the calculator. So you're done taking notes, but just watch this. So matrix, again, you don't have to know this. You won't have a calculator. You don't need to do this. I want to edit my 3x3 matrix. You might can tell by looking that the last time we did this, I'd used different small, medium, large, so my equations are a little bit off now, so I need to change these up. So negative 2, 0, 1, 5, negative 1, negative 1, and then 1, 1, 1, because that one didn't matter so much. So that's matrix A. Matrix B, 20, 0, 180, that one's good. All right, little side note here. If I have AX equals B, what do I do to solve for X? Forget matrices, just like AX equals B, what would you do to get X by itself? You would divide by A, because that's A times X equals B. What if I told you that you weren't allowed to divide? What could you multiply by? It's kind of the same thing as dividing by A. Careful, not x over A. 1 over A. You can multiply by 1 over A. Now this gets real tedious because you're like, what are we doing? I thought we were just going to divide by A and be done with this thing. Well, you can't divide with matrices, so we got to figure out a workaround here. Do you remember that 1 over A is the same as A to the negative 1? So A to the negative 1 times A will go away, and X is A to the negative 1 times B. You would never do that if you had, right? If you had 5x equals 15, you would divide both sides by 5 and get x equals 3. I get that. But with matrices, there is no division of matrices. There's only multiplication. And so if I do A inverse times B, A inverse times matrix B, whoops, times B, that should give me my answers. That should give me my column of answers, and there it is, 30, 70, 80. So that means A, the small angle is 30, the middle angle is 70, and the large angle is 80. Now, you're not going to have to do that, but I did want you to see that that's why matrices with a calculator makes life pretty easy. Think back to that worksheet 3-4 where you had to do all of that headache work when you could have just put in 2 matrices, done A inverse B, and then got your answer. So the calculator does nice things for you. You don't have the calculator, but that's why we're going to stop you right here on test day and just say set up the matrix and leave it alone. All right, so today's assignment is this worksheet, but we're just going to mark out solve or even show the calculator steps. So your assignment is the remaining 4 that we haven't done as setup problems. Set them up and you're done. And so you've got 35, 40 minutes left to set up 4 problems and have a math-free weekend. Careful on the math-free weekend. You know that our test is next block day. You already have the review. My thought is that Monday you do the odds and Tuesday you do the evens as a study. But that's up to you. Like if you think you need more time to study, then maybe you start the odds over the weekend, or if you have a tutor that you see, you can start working on those. Answers are posted as well, so you can get started if you want to. Or you could finish it if you want to. Whatever.